when there's no way out, they just will accept it, but they still don't believe it. You know what I'm talking about? You can tell a person, don't take Interstate 4 to Orlando. They got a big detour sign that half of the bridge fell. So it's best to turn around and just maybe take another route, maybe try to fly out there or just wait. 85% of people be like, man, I ain't thinking about them niggas. I'll take the short road and drive straight to their death. Why? Because they see it and they have no choice but to believe it, but they just too ornery to accept it. That makes sense? That's people. And that's some of the people that y'all trying to tutor and teach. They're not teachable. Let's get it. Facts. Hey, how y'all doing? Welcome to this edition of Yasha Allah Radio. I'm your host, Yash Qaraah. And we're going to do what we do. But I want to talk a few first. All right? Just listen to this. Everything that we've been saying has already come to pass, right? Because those were the words of Yah. You understand? But it could be a dangerous situation and folks will not accept it but until they have to. And I just want y'all to understand, listen to this. This is real important. When their backs against the wall and they see the destruction, they see the death, they see the hysteria of everyone just falling to their deaths and, creatures are roaming. It's not that they accept it then. They're just forced to accept it. And even in their minds, they're going, this shit, man, this should be over soon. You see what I'm talking about? So what do you do to those people? You have to cut them off. With Yahweh, he has to just destroy them because they're polluted. Let me give you another one. If you're familiar with scripture, Abram had a brother. Now, why come Nimrod seek to kill Abram? Nimrod didn't. His daddy wanted him killed. According to scriptures, Abram came home and saw all those statues in their living quarters because Abram's daddy was a God believer and he didn't believe in Yah. He believed in stone gods, the same stone gods that Nimrod and Molech, all that type of shit, Nimrod prayed to. Now watch this. Abram was so upset with his daddy worshiping these gods. And remember, he got tired of the death. See, a lot of times, your parents won't get it, but you may get it. The spirit of Yah. And this will happen to Abram because daddy wasn't on it. So, just remember that, okay? When you're arguing with your parents, stop arguing because the Most High might have chose you to get the word, not them. So watch this. So Abram destroyed all of those statues that was in the living quarters. Dad came home and told Abram, why did you destroy my gods? He fell to his knees and crying and weeping because this is something he just treasured. He was so irate at Abram, he told Nimrod. And Nimrod said, death to your son. Now, Nimrod knew that Abram believed in the Most High. Okay? But that did not stop him from building a bonfire for close to 3 to 4 days. This is how hot. Nimrod was so evil, he hated the Most High people. And even to this day, that's why y'all hate it without a cause. Anytime you mention something of Yah being a black Indian, they hate you. Okay? The hatred is still real, guys. So stop asking why they hate us so much. This is the reason why, because you're the Most High's people. So Nimrod told the servants to make a bonfire, and they built it up real high. And they built it with, they just kept building this thing, and it was so hot you could feel the heat just, hell. You could barely get to the area without feeling the heat. You could just walk up onto the area and feel the heat. It was that hot. So make a long story short, they tied Abram's hands behind his back with linen cloth, as well as his ankles, but they had it so tight he couldn't move. Now, at the same time, Abram's brother was being convicted of something. He was there too. I'm going to show you, I'm going to not show you, but I'm going to give you this in verbally, how Yah works. All while they was up there, Abram never said if he could do it over, he wouldn't do it again. And Abram's mind, he said, this was righteous. My dad is a God worshiper. He doesn't love Yah. He loves the gods. Most High heard all that. But there was a twist, because Abram's brother didn't believe that. Abram's brother said, and telepathy, which is his mind, okay? And the Most High was listening as Abram's brother was murmuring. Like we do, we murmur. Abram's brother said in telepathy, as the Most High was listening, if it was me, I would say I was sorry, and I wouldn't be up here. The Most High heard that Abram's brother didn't believe like Abram, and he wouldn't be up there if he could switch places with Abram. He would beg Nimrod for forgiveness and say he was sorry, because he don't believe in that. The Most High heard it. So you're probably saying, what's the moral of the story? Moral of the story is when they let them collapse, they collapsed the board they were standing on, they both fell into the fire. Abram's brother felt the agony of pain, screaming to the urges of death, and burnt to ashes. The Most High let him feel all that pain because his disbelief in him. And he wanted to side with Nimrod to save his own self. You understand? What happened to Abram? When Abram fell into the deep fire, the cloth broke off his wrists and his ankles, and he stood there in temperatures unbeknownst. And everyone on Nimrod's side was in disbelief that Abram was standing in a lake of fire and not even sweating, not hurting, just standing there. At that particular time, Nimrod started to fear and say, be done with this, get him out. He knew his Lord is protecting him. Nimrod had great fear of Abram from that point on, because he knew the Most High was protecting him. You understand? Why did I tell y'all this? Because this is in the book of Yashar. The scriptures cut these things off in 1619, but book of Yashar continue to tell you exactly what happened. So why did I bring this up? This is real life. You got people in your family don't believe like you. You got people that you have known don't believe like you. And just because they walk and talk that talk, it don't mean they argue and believe like you. Because in their minds, when you talking about righteousness, they be going, this nigga stupid. But I'm going to just keep it in with him because he may come up and I may have to need him for something. And that's how they feel about you. See, you ever had people to be with you but don't really believe in it? They're just telling bullshit. They act like they eat like you, but when they get away from you, they go get their shrimp sandwich, that po' boy sandwich, them ham hocks, them chitlins, because they playing you. This is how people roll. People don't want to change. They only change when they're back against the wall. And even then, they ain't changing. They just trying to get by, because in their mind, when this shit blow over, I'm going to go back to my old ways. See, that's why the Most High got to do you like Abram's brother. He got to burn your ass. He got to get rid of you because you can't be trusted. So what makes y'all think that y'all got some dudes around y'all that y'all cool? Man, come on. Let's get real. It's the same shit with these niggas with these land. And I bring up Pastor Dow because I see destruction happening to him from the people that live around him. You can't, man, if you got land, you got to handpick pick. The Most High said, be careful in conversation, which makes you circumspect. You can't welcome everybody because they got a beard and they saying hallelujah and they believe in the Most High. That is a devil in sheep clothing. You have to be careful with the company you keep. And when you're bringing everybody in your circle, somebody is a damn Judas. And they're going to get you because you're a fool. If you got land, 5, 10 acres, you handpick the people you want. And if they show any disconcernment, if they show any times of weakness, you kick their ass off the land. Ain't no second chances. Not when it's down to the wire. You niggas are killing me. Niggas go get land. I'm gonna make a community and invite all my people. They not your people. They may look like you have the same melon, but they don't have the same traits and ideals of ideology. They're devils in sheep clothing. And they smiling like they want to be with you, around you, but they really there to harm you. You have to hand pick, and guess what? You don't get the chance to pick. The universe will guide you to the right folks should be around you. You'll know. Y'all just going back. Yeah, nigga, you been around here. You was on there clapping hands and shit. The average person, once you probably say, well, how do people attract folks they don't know? Because you're vibrating low. You go get you some land and you feel sorry for this person. Stop feeling sorry for people, man. That shit don't work. I mean, so here's the thing. When you clapping hands with people saying, we getting ready to do this, how many times you see brothers do that in the hood? Yeah, man, we getting ready to set it off. My partner, we putting our money together. We getting 5 acres. You should join. See, wrong move. You're vibrating low. Most people that's doing things are trying to accomplish big avenues. They don't tell shit. You live in the privy and you circumspect. Keep them guessing. What happened when you announce everything and yeah, y'all shaking hands? He ain't about that life. He just want to see what the hell you up to. And yeah, he gonna squat.
Sergeant and Mr. Smith, you're gonna love this house.
Bunk beds in a closet?
There's no field manual for finding the right home. But when you do, USAA Homeowners Insurance can help protect it the right way. Restrictions apply.
This episode is brought to you by MailChimp, and we're here to talk about customers. A customer is what happens when marketers fail to personalize their marketing, grouping customers with very different behaviors into one tangled mess. But with MailChimp, marketers can use real-time behavior data to personalize every email for every customer. Turn your customers into customers with Intuit MailChimp, the #1 email marketing and automation platform. Learn more at MailChimp.com.
All right. And every time you try to get him to contribute, yeah, man, my end's short. I got a trailer for you, man. I just need your support. Hey, you got me. He telling this problem, man, this fool out here talking about he gonna build a community. Man, just pimp him. Just see what he doing. And he gonna always be negative. You go talk about, I grow my own food, man. This shit don't taste right, cuz. You should have went to Kroger's and got the vegetables, man. This shit don't taste right, you know what I'm saying? He gonna always knock you down. The women gonna do the same thing. I mean, y'all ain't got no repellent, no off. Y'all out here in all this land. Y'all said y'all gonna have this shit set up. I shouldn't even came out here. Always knocking you down. But you invited that. If you got land that you trying to accomplish, you don't tell them shit. The Most High will appoint you to the right people. Have you ever been talking to somebody and you ain't trying to impress? They're not trying to impress. It was just a total coincidence, but y'all on every level. And the spirit and the vibration is high. That's the person should be on your land. They're just as strong as you. Those are the people to be on your land. And let me explain this. It will only be a handful. If you can count 2 handfuls, you got too many. Say it one more time. If you got land and you want to move a family, mostly families, on your land, it should be no more than 1 handful. If it goes over 1 handful, you are doing too much. So you see people like Pastor Dow with all those folks, there's so many Judas that live among him. And he don't even see that the knife is sharpened and they're going to cause harm to him. because of his ignorance. And we will leave that like that. So what I'm trying to tell you guys is that stop telling and trying to persuade, because that's what you're doing. You're persuading these people. You're persuading these people to take an interest in what you're doing. Sometimes you tooting your own horn too much. Okay. You have to understand that some people are just losers. And they don't have no intentions to help you. They just there to corrupt you. So just when you think about certain things in life, think about how Abram Brothers was talking about him in his mind. If he could do it, he would apologize to Nimrod and beg him for forgiveness, because his brother, he doesn't see the side of his brothers of righteousness. He really wanted his brother to die and him to stay alive. And Most High saw the hatred he had for his brother. He didn't have no love for his brother. He only had love to stay alive for his own self. The Most High did away with his brother. And that's what y'all dealing with. You're vibrating low. And that's why these people come to you, and the first thing you do with people, you start slapping people's hands. You ain't seen somebody in a while pound their ass. It's too much energy. When you open up your hands, there's a reason those lines are in your hand. You know, that's a universal connection to the humankind. You probably didn't know that, did you? Well, you got these lines in your hands because that's just the way nature, the Most High made you. Everything about you is special. The lines in your hands connect to the universe as well. Your feet also have those kind of wages in your feet. That's why it was important for the Vatican City to get pictures of your feet. And so they will own that child for the rest of their lives if you didn't disconcern the birth certificate. But let's just keep going, right? The lines in your hands are connected to the universe. That's why it's important that your hair connects as well. You have lines in your hand. So when you are grounded, your body is electric magnetic that connects, and your knowledge is impeccable. You become very smart in things that you didn't even understand because you're connected. Your hands are just not something to eat with. It's a reason that some of us have certain lines in our hands. The knowledge of you and the connection to the universe. Some people, lines in their hands don't even exist. How many people can open up their hands and sometimes you can barely see the lines? They, in a sense, they just in the universe trying to find themselves. As the knowledge get a bit deeper, the lines will start being more visible. But we tend to think these lines don't mean nothing in our hands. You're magnetic field, man. You understand? So when you connect with somebody and you you brother shake, this nigga is a demon. How many times you shook people's hand and they look at you different? They felt that energy you have. Pound that nigga. What I mean by that, open pound. What's up, bro? I ain't saw you in a while. That's cool. Let me give you another example. How many times have you been out and a female say, "How you doing?" and she gives you her hand to shake. It's a certain thing about you, and it's in your hand. It's the lines in your hand. From the moment you grab that female hand and shake her hand, she look at you different. It's not because you don't have to be the most attractive person. Your energy hit her like a storm. She going, okay, boom, you got her attention. Why? It's just important to understand this. You don't see. Let me go a step further. Okay. Okay. Have you ever hugged somebody you don't know? Your energy is impeccable, man. How about you go to the grocery store, a woman feeling bad, you give her a hug, and she cheer up. She be like, "Thank you so much." You got that energy of magnetism, and sometimes it's just not a hug. That hug turns her on. How many times you hug the person and you don't mean nothing by it, but what do that woman say? "Why did you hug me like that?" Like what? Your energy, something she never felt, gave her a boost of life. So she don't know how to respond, so she gonna say, "Why did you hug me like that?" It's your energy. And now she's attracted to you. She wanted to exchange phone numbers. That's why you can't hug everybody. I know that listen, man, this shit is deep because you are magnetic. The Most High made you different. Now, the same difference, if you are a person of energy, if you're a black woman, black man, you hug a white woman, there's something you're going to feel different. Now, if you vibrating low, you ain't going to feel it. You're going to be just like her. How about this old friend you ain't seen in a while? It's a white boy. What's up, dude? You cup his hand, you pat him on the back. Something is off. Y'all ain't vibing like you used to. Yeah. It's good to see you, man. You're doing good. The conversation's real short. You know why? Because you vibrating high. He don't have nothing to say. He got to get out. You are making him nervous. Come on. Same thing with a female. Let's say you used to work with these white chicks, Latin chicks, Asian chicks, and you give her a hug. She don't know how to respond to you. But yet she's still attracted to you because your energy was so impeccable. She want to get next to you. But check it. Don't. Because they vibrating low and she's going to tear you down. That's why men, it's important that you not get attracted to the big booties and a smile. That shit will destroy you. I'm just telling you, it will destroy you. So a woman knows from the time she touches you that she wants to do something with you and she wants to take advantage of you. That's why these guys that wear their heart on their sleeve, that's an old cliche, but really she has to touch. See, the app, when a man discovers a woman on the app, there's no communication there. If she get a chance to touch you and you vibrating high, she's going to have a lot of guilt instantly. Do we really want to rob this dude? Oh, let's just do. How many times have you saw that? Because that touch is something else, man. The person can look at you with shades on. You can't really see them. But if they contact with you, they have a different momentum. Man, I was going to rob old boy, but no, man, it just seemed something about him. We're gonna leave him alone. That's your vibration, the Most High. He can't touch you. An officer wants to give you a ticket. He's very white supremacist. He's very angry, irate. I tried to get you to slow down. You kept going. I didn't see you. Well, now you see me now. Let me see your license and registration. He touches your fingers as he grabs your licenses. Instantly while he walking, he paused a little bit. You didn't see it, but he paused. He gonna come back and give you a warning. That's the Most High people. Now you need to take this information and not be a damn fool and think you're gonna become a pimp. So some of y'all do dumb shit. I know I'm vibrating high. I'm getting ready to go to Crows and pick up me some bitches. You nigga. The Most High cut your senses off. So what that means is you're doing it to hurt people. So he would take the ability for you to connect that way away. You won't be able to do it. But your hands is very important. All right. Have you ever tried on a ring? You know, men like jewelry. Women like jewelry. Ladies, I'm going to give this to y'all. Ladies, if you're vibrating high and you want to spoil yourself, you're buying a bracelet or you're buying a ring. It could be a woman. It could be a man. It doesn't matter. They touch your hand to put this on. She's looking at you. And you, for a quick 2 seconds, you're going, why the hell is this chick looking at me like that? You're vibrating high. Now, she might have had a bad day, but now she's attentive to you. Let's see if we can find you something. I know we had some. She going over an extra. What you going to say? You got to learn to read your spirit. You're going to say, she is so nice. I need to leave her a complimentary card. No, baby. It was your vibrating that made that woman change her tune. See, you're more connected than you know, but you don't know it. You just walk around like everybody else. But you vibrating high. That's why women have to be careful who hand they let whoever holds your hand. A lot of times dudes, how you doing, man? I just want to tell you, he reaches his hands out. Satan is smooth. Huh? Satan is smooth. Ladies, how many times you in the mall? Hey, look, I don't mean no harm, but my name is Laurel. And if I could just say, he's extending his hand, and your nature tells you to give your hand to, don't. Give that nigga a fist pump and let him keep going. But you ladies, you guys fall for this all the time. Hey, how you doing? My name is Laurel. I just want to say, he extend his hand and you automatically put your hand up. What is he doing this for? He's communicating from hand to hand. And if he's vibrating evil and you're not quite there, your light's still off, he's going to get you. For the moment he grabs your hand, you're interested. You ever saw that? He was so nice. He was so polite. I'm going to exchange numbers. He just got you. What happens if you're vibrating high, but he has an evil instinct? The moment he grabs your hand, he can feel it. I just want to say you have a fabulous day. Take care. He's running from you. And you're going to say, that was weird as fuck. Nigga shook my hand and just ran. No, he couldn't fuck with you. He couldn't trick you. He couldn't sex traffic at you. He wanted to really sex traffic you and walk behind you and get you in one of them cars. But he's like, gotta get away. He ran. That's when you're vibrating high. So ladies, you need to be very careful of your surroundings, and you need to be very careful who you extend your hand to. And ladies, women do this too. There's evil women. There's a lot of lesbians, bulldaggers. When you reach your hand out, your light ain't quite bright. She going, I'm going to get her. And instantly you hug her hand. She grabbed your hand and said, Ma, you wearing that dress today. She extended her hand to you. You gave it to her. She only doing it to see where you at. And instantly you going, she can be somebody I can console until I can talk to. Nope. She going to be somebody you going down on. Because your arms are too short to box and say. A lot of women are not gay. But you wonder how the hell did she end up in your bed? Because this shit is real. Your hands is magnetic. Your skin, your touch, everything. You can't just let everybody in your space, man. Y'all better wake up. Okay? And you're probably trying to tell yourself, well, y'all, how is that so? That kind of sound like too far-fetched. Okay. Let me just clarify it because some of y'all are just hard-headed, need your ass whooped. When you go to a psychic reader, what do? Oh, drop the damn mic. When you go to a psychic reader, what do, my nigga? They hold your goddamn hand. Don't they? Your hands are magnetic. How you think they do astrology? You giving them, you're pretty much told the lifestyle of who you are. They don't know shit. You pimping. When a fucking psychic reader, they want to touch you because you're magnetic. And a lot of the truth is in your hands. Stop giving people your hands because that's how they find out who you are. If you're vibrating high and a psychic reader grab your hand, she gonna say, I can't do nothing for you. You need to leave. She gonna kick you out. Don't take that shit personal. You vibrating high. First, when she grab your hand, she gonna look at you. Why did you sit here? She's pissed because she knows you know the spirit world. She gonna say, leave. I'm not here to talk to you. And she's going to be upset. I'm going to tell you what else she's going to do. Since you are in her presence, she's going to close camp. She can't do it now. You done fucked up her world. From that moment, she can't get herself together right now. She got to get away from you. She can't even be nowhere near you, so she got to close camp. That's power. So you got to understand that the Most High is just not going to send beam on Scotty. He's already giving you some powers. You're just not using them. You have more power in your might than you know. So that's why when people, especially men of color, put their hands in pyramids, that's a strong sign. And you are going to attract the wrong people. We're not in that time to put our hands in certain signs because I understand that certain symbols of hand gestures are powerful. But what you did not understand, that you are attracting the wrong people because we're not set up to communicate with each other like that. The people that took over that type of symbolism is Satan. So you put your hands in a pyramid and you won't, TikTok and Instagram, you may think this shit look powerful, but you have attracted Satan like a son of a bitch. Because the Most High ain't with you right now. We're not trying to connect with hand gestures. We're trying to connect telepathy, theology, and we also connecting as a humanity. And we have to connect to the universe. There was a time when we could put our hand in justice and we knew what that meant. We're far from that. So when you put your hands in pyramids today, you're attracting the wrong enemy, and it's not Yahweh. And I know some of you Christians saying God and Jesus, you ain't attracting. The only people you're attracting is the demigods and reptilians. So if you have not had your ups and downs, it's coming. And I'm going to say this, anybody that goes to the Breakfast Club, you just accepted the invitation from Satan. So as I said before, you getting ready to spiral down. And don't say why. It's what you wanted. It's exactly what you want. And you're going to be praying and saying, why is this happening? I'm a good person. You're a stupid person. You really believe that you're that good? Because I'm here to tell you, when the Most High give his saints royalty and 10, 20, 30 fold, they're all circumspect. If the Most High give a vessel of his messengers something to share, trust me, we're not going on the Breakfast Club to exploit it. We're not going on TikTok and talking about how much we blinging. That's something that a fool does. You don't tell people the Most High never wanted us to glamorize anything. So let's just say you did come into your trust. Now you on there with $1 million in cash and bitches in the back cooking in their bikinis and you got a Bugatti. Yeah, man, I told y'all this trust shit is real, man. Be a member, pay me $6,000. I'm gonna help y'all. That nigga is a fool. There's so many people that are fools but have no light. Rich people dress down. They don't want no attention. They may have a nice car, and y'all be thinking they broke. I've seen a dude get out of Ferrari. I mean, a nice Ferrari. Had on some damn sandals and a misfit shirt. And you know, people smile and somehow, boy, that car whooping his ass. Nigga, that shit paid for. Because rich folks ain't got shit to prove. They don't care. The men be half shaved. They don't care. You don't make him. You don't give a damn what you think. He shaved when he feels like. Women sitting there going, he got a nice car, but he can't dress like that with me. I don't like the way he look. Bitch, who cares? You stay at your mama house on the first floor by the damn concrete project window. You talking about you want a high standard man because you got a big ass and big titties. Girl, please. And I see this shit all the time. Let's flip the script. Here's a dude in the newest Beamer. Louis on his feet. Gucci on his eyes. I mean, he looked dapper. Got the most expensive. Listen, a broke nigga always look like he got money. And he pull up to a trailer. And still behind on it. A woman who wants to have the latest fashion, wants to drive the latest car with a top down, the most expensive, what they call it, lace front. Literally, lace fronts can cost as much as $800. I don't know if y'all know that. As I said, the shit looks real. So the most expensive lace front. She's glamorous. I mean, she pay $50 for a bagel because she goes to the high-end hotels, right? She's faking it. She ain't faking it till she make it. The BMW costs $3,000 a month. The hoe can't keep it. After 30 days, she's running. You guys are being bamboozled every day. A broke person always want to look rich. So when I see a bunch of people in Florida with these Hellcats and walk around with Louis and Gucci, I know they broke. When I see these dudes, black or white or Latin, driving Beamers, and they get out in flip-flops and Walmart, old Walmart wrinkled shirts, that some bitch own that some bitch. You hear me? Rich folks don't impress. Poor folks always trying to impress. This is why a nigga that gets money in the hip-hop world can't leave the ghetto, because his mentality hasn't changed. He go, what's the first thing a broke nigga do? He go buy a lot of jewelry. He go get the most expensive car. Right? He go back to the hood to showcase and go get nasty hoes and call himself gonna save the block by buying some of the worst food in the world and everybody eating with all kind of Pepsis and Coca-Colas. Coca-Cola give child what's that? Down syndrome. If a woman drink Coca-Cola while she pregnant, her baby gonna have Down syndrome. Studies been proven. You giving all this nasty ass food. And then niggas that just as dumb as him, boy, you know, keep, you said you was gonna keep it real, man. You came back on the block. Only a dumb nigga goes back to the block. I'm telling you the truth. If you have made it, why are you going back? Why? Man, it'd be cool if y'all came back to East St. and just kicked it on the block. I'm gonna kick it on the block. Put my foot up your ass while I'm leaving. Shit. Nigga, you crazy. Niggas gotta stop. It's like I said, man, you keep it real when you come back to the block. For what? Every time, all while you're driving Kiki's Corner, Leroy was here. Bam Bam whoop ass with a disciple sign. Fuck out of here. What? Nigga can't even tie his own shoelaces. Gonna write his name in a damn spray can and like this. The reason Ray Ray got shot. Now, question me. Question my gangster if you want to. Ray Ray was fucked up for crossing out Lily's sign. You don't come to the hood and cross out another nigga's sign. What that mean, Booger? Booger. What that mean? That's death. Oh my fucking God. I see this shit so much. Just, why would you go back? You can't rehabilitate that, man. Did you know that some people was meant to stay in the hood? Y'all gotta stop trying to save everybody. You can't change them people, man. I don't care if it's Detroit, St. Louis, Kansas City, Tampa, Miami. You can't change the minds of fools. I don't care how much money you got. You cannot go back to the block and change. In order to change, it don't even take money. It takes rehabilitation of mind. And they don't want to change. They happy. You ever seen a dude go back on the block and buy property and try to build him a house because the property is dirt cheap? They burn it down. Why you trying to? You can't change people, man. There was a dude trying to buy up the block. He's gonna put like strip malls and better liquor stores. You know them niggas at night burnt it down? It don't mean they hate you, bruh. It means they can't, they're made to stay there. The ghetto was made for a reason. The ghetto was made for people who cannot sustain spirituality to stay locked down. That's what it's supposed to be. You can't go back to the hood and try to change it. You don't need money to change the hood. I keep telling people, y'all think new strip malls, you know, liquor stores, that's gonna uplift people. That don't uplift people, man. People that don't have nothing, don't want nothing, they're gonna burn it. They're gonna loot it. The only thing you need to do to the people in the hood is change the way they think. If they're willing to change the way they think, they've already won the war. Why you think people don't want to invest in the ghetto? Because the ghetto is mental. You know, you can take a person out the ghetto and put them in $1 million community and they still think ghetto. They don't clean, they don't bathe, they have loud parties, they mad at the world. So as I said before, it was never the community. It was never the environment. Okay? The infrastructure is in your head. So you could take a person from the hood and put them in $1 million base shore and they're going to still be niggas. Because it's mental. And you could take that same person and put them in the hood. They'll change the minds of people because he can't see himself being ghetto. He or she can't see himself living in poverty. That changes the minds of people. When the minds of the people change, now you can create a community. But just because you got money and you going down there buying turkeys and shit, having them toy drive, you just keep oppressing them. They have to want to see. It's just like working for a bad employer. You know the person don't have your best intentions. You know that they don't really like you. You know they got issues. But until you feel it and understand it and become it, that's when you'll put your 2 weeks notices and get the hell out of that, right? Now it feel like 10,000 pounds is off your shoulders because you left the devil's quarters. But long as you stick in there, you go home every day with headaches. Why? Because you're someplace you don't supposed to be. That's all I'm saying. The ghetto was meant to keep 2/3 at bay, because a person that see themselves as a 1/3 and a person that can see themselves as most highest people, they're going to get out of that. You're talking to a person right now, Yash Qaraah. All my life I was in the hood. All of my life. So what happens if I didn't break the chains? I'd be just like everybody else. Man at the world wearing Louis and Gucci, trying to make myself believe I'm okay by wearing expensive clothing, but then I have to come back home to the ghetto, eating brown swagger and bologna sandwiches. Right? Living a lie. It's people clothes. It's people right now living in the hood hearing this. They got $20,000 worth of clothes in their closet. And ain't $1,000 worth of furniture in the house. Let me say that one more again. You got people right now with $20,000 worth of clothes in their closet and don't have $1,000 worth of furniture in their house.